which is orange chicken. Orange chicken and chili garlic chicken. So this video we broken up into two videos. You'll see how to do orange chicken, and then I'm gonna do chili garlic chicken. So we're gonna start with they're pretty much similar except for the sauce part. So we're gonna start with the seitan. So as you remember from my WTF chicken, the wash the flour chicken, I shredded the chicken like it looks like shredded chicken. So what and then I recently bought one of those food savers, the vacuum seal, because it was on sale. How can I pass that up, right? I just vacuum sealed it and put it into a freezer, and then I just thawed it. Now I'm going to marinate it. Because even though it cooked out a lot of that vital wheat gluten flavor, it does still have some of that vital wheat gluten flavor. So we're gonna kind of like mellow it out. Just like chicken, you marinate chicken to have that chicken flavor out, right? Like that gamey kind of flavor. So if you have fresh ginger, that works really well. I'm out of fresh ginger right now, so I'm just gonna use granulated ginger. I'm gonna use about a teaspoon. Then I have fresh garlic, so I'm gonna add about 2 cloves of fresh garlic. And it should come out to about 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of fresh minced ginger, or microplane, whichever you prefer. If you have a garlic press, use a garlic press. So we're gonna put this in. Now that it's in here, we're gonna take soy sauce, and we're gonna add about 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Yes, it's gotta have lots of garlic. Lots of black pepper. So I'm gonna add about 2 teaspoons of black pepper. If you don't like black pepper, you can omit it. But I think it adds to kind of like mask that vital wheat gluten flavor. And then we're gonna add maybe about a teaspoon of sugar. So once you have all the ingredients, you're just gonna mix it up. And you're gonna let it marinate. And you don't really need to marinate it because this is already fully cooked. You just wanna impart the flavor. So let it sit here and let it all just kind of mesh together. And now we're gonna work on the batter part. So in my restaurant, I didn't really have time to do a separate batter for this, like they do in Chinese restaurants, to make sweet and sour pork and chicken. I used to just use my tempura batter because I used to have tempura on the menu in my restaurant. So we're gonna add this is about 1.5 cups of cornstarch in here. We're gonna add just tap water. We're gonna add just about a cup, just to the same amount of water. So if you have 1.5 cups of cornstarch, we're gonna add 1.5 cups of water. And so after you mix it up really well, we're just gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes. And what's gonna happen is all the starch is gonna settle to the bottom, and the top's gonna be clear water. So we're gonna dump the water out, and that's what we're gonna make the batter on it. Okay, so fast forward about 15 minutes. In here I have the cornstarch. You see how the water is separated from the starch? So what I'm gonna do is discard the top, which is just the water part. Okay, now I'm left with starch that is just like wet. Have you ever like made this in like grade school, or was it no junior high, sometime around there? And then kind of this was like in science class, how like density works. So like powder as a cornstarch, it moves around, but when you add water to it, it comes like when you hit directly, it becomes like solid. So that's what you're looking for. So you're just discarding the water, and you just want it just wet so that it's the consistency is like this. So at this point, we're gonna have our oil heated up, which I have here. The oil is heated up to like 350 degrees right now. And so when this is ready, make sure your oil is ready to go before you do this next step, which is really crucial, because this cornstarch water mixture will separate on you if you let it sit. I mean, like it will settle to the bottom. That's what I mean. So we're gonna add this 1.5 cups of cornstarch to the seitan mixture. And this part's gonna be kind of like a little tricky. So you're gonna basically go in with your fingers, with your hand, and you're gonna massage and try to coat the seitan evenly. Yes, it's a little tricky. What you can do is let the cornstarch kind of like relax a little, and then let it coat. As it droops, you lift it up, and then you let it coat all the pieces. Alright, here we go. You see this nice batter consistency that we have right now? So right now it's at 350, so we're gonna drop these in. But I'm not gonna put all of it in there, because if I put all of it, it's gonna boil over. So I'm gonna probably do batches of 3. And when I drop it in, I try to put one piece at a time. So if you're uncomfortable dropping it in like this, you can put it on like a spoon and then drop it off the spoon with another spoon. What I mean is, like if you have 2 spoons here, I'm gonna mix this up, take it up to the oil, and just drop it in like that. I mean, I had a lot of burns from deep frying in my restaurant. So we're gonna let this fry until, like, remember the trick about the deep frying? If you see a lot of bubble, that means it's not done. When the bubbles get smaller and then less violent, because right now these are huge bubbles that are like really going. So we're going to keep cooking this. This is gonna be just a few minutes, maybe about 3 to 4 minutes. And then as you're frying, you want to try to get these little pieces out of the oil, because these little pieces will continue to like get dark, and when you put fresh thing to fry in there, it's gonna stick to the fresh seitan, and it's gonna be like brown burnt pieces, so you don't want that. So you see how the bubbles are getting smaller now? So we're gonna, it's been about 2 minutes. We're gonna let it go for another 2 minutes, or until the color is golden brown. We used to say GBD, golden brown and delicious. That's what they used to teach us at Culinary Institute of America. When we're baking breads or any baked good, bake until GBD, golden brown and delicious. So yeah, these are just about almost done. Yeah, who loves orange chicken? Orange chicken actually, like, well, the name is very American because there's no orange chicken in Chinese. But they do have something similar. It's called, and I don't even know if General Tso's or General Tso's chicken, TSO, is Chinese either, because I think that's an East Coast thing. So what Panda Express did is took General Tso's chicken and they called it orange chicken and kind of like called it their own, but which is like recycled stuff from East Coast Chinese restaurants. So the bubbles are a lot smaller and the color is nice and golden brown. That's when I'm gonna take it out. So if you wait for the bubbles to disappear completely, you're gonna get Seitan jerky, you know? So first bit is done, the second. So you see how the cornstarch settled? So I'm gonna like mix it up again like this in the bowl. I'm gonna make sure go bottom to top. Just drop it in individually. I used to take fistfuls in the restaurant because when we're super busy, and then just drop it in like this. I just got a tiny bit of oil on my hand, but not enough to burn me. So yeah, I used to take 4 or 5 pieces at once like this, and then I used to just drop it one by one, making sure they don't touch each other. So, I mean, if you want to practice that skill, you could, but it's not like you're gonna be frying like seitan for like hundreds of people like I did at the restaurant, you know? Good skill to have, but not unnecessary if you're just cooking at home. Alright, so we're gonna fry the rest of these and come back. But before I go, look, this piece right here. Look how golden brown, delicious it looks. So at this point, if you add a Chinese spice bite to this and salt, you would have popcorn chicken. The Taiwanese popcorn chicken, that's how you make it. But we're gonna go a step further than popcorn chicken. But this is so good. Look how crispy it is. Okay, so now that we have this really golden brown and delicious seitan chicken all fried up, well, for this recipe we're gonna need about half a cup of julienne onions, and then like, okay, this serrano chili I bought maybe about a month ago, and it's still holding up. It's nice and firm, but it wasn't as spicy. I think in the winter, if you don't have that strong sun, the chilies aren't as spicy. So, I mean, like in the summer, yeah, they're gonna be a lot spicier. So I have 2 of these chili, and what you're gonna do, if you don't like it spicy but you want that chili flavor, you can scrape off all these white and the seed. That's where most of the heat is, the white part of the pepper and the seed. So for those of you that want the chili flavor but don't want to burn, especially if you have sensitive GI tract and you don't want to burn twice, take the seed out and then just cut it into strips like this. but you really need the flavor of the pepper. It adds a lot to this dish. So I'm gonna add 2 chili. You can put as little or, you know, if you really don't like spicy, you can take it out. But if you don't like spicy, this dish isn't for you because we're gonna be using this chili garlic sauce. So, I mean, the title of this video is chili garlic chicken sauce. Okay, I mean chili garlic chicken, vegan chili garlic chicken. So we're gonna have the heat on high in the pan. We're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of light olive oil. I like the flavor of light olive oil in this dish, and I just like the light olive oil when I'm cooking overall. So we're gonna swirl this around. Make sure it gets nice and hot. When it gets hot, we're gonna add our peppers and the onions. You need to also have your teriyaki chicken sauce ready and the chili garlic chicken. I mean chili garlic sauce. This is the same sauce we put into the orange sauce, the Vietnamese chili garlic sauce. Okay, so you see my pan's about a little bit smoking. I'm gonna throw in my onion, and I'm gonna let this sweat a little. It's like a not a fine julienne, but like a small julienne. Okay. We're just gonna lightly sweat. Then we're gonna add our chili. We're gonna just let these mellow out a little. Then we're gonna add our little bit of teriyaki sauce. I'm adding about half a cup, and then I'm adding about a quarter cup of the chili garlic sauce. Now, if you like it spicier, you can go heavier on the chili garlic sauce. So we're gonna let this all cook together. See, like if the chili was really spicy, the fumes, I would be like choking from it, but it's not very spicy at all. So as the sauce cooks down, so can you just imagine the flavor profile of this? It has that teriyaki sweetness, a little bit of tang, the soy sauce flavor, and then that spicy garlicky chili flavor along with that sweet onion. And there's like different levels of spice in there and sweetness. That's what made this dish really popular at my restaurant on this restaurant. So as you cook the sauce down, it's gonna get thicker. We don't want it too dry, but we don't want it too loose either. We want the sauce to kind of like concentrate. So just when it's about this consistency, we're gonna add our chicken. Our fake chicken. I'm not gonna add a lot. I'm gonna put the rest of these into the freezer because I'm not eating all of it in one sitting. That's just craziness. I'm not one of those power eaters like Matt Stoney or Reina. You know, Reina is crazy from Reina. So I love watching her eat. She can put away food. So look at this. So once all the seitan pieces get coated, that's what we're looking for. And with that, turn it off. Now I'm gonna eat the chili garlic chicken. And I used to actually make this with tofu. Once I went vegan, I still own the restaurant, which is a barbecue restaurant, which I kind of dreaded. the last year of it because I went vegetarian slash the last 6 months of it I went vegan. So just working with meat was like torture for me. But I did it, you know, because I had to. But this chili garlic chicken, I used to make it with tofu also. Mm-hmm. You got that spiciness from the chili, and then you get another kind of spiciness from the serrano chili. Then you taste the teriyaki, but you're not quite sure what it is. If I didn't tell you what teriyaki sauce was in here, you'd be like, that's really good. The flavor is kind of like well-rounded, and then you taste the sweetness from the onions and the teriyaki sauce. The black pepper and the chili. Oh my god. I literally had a customer ask me for extra sauce so they can put it all over the rice and just eat it with the rice. I brewed some lemongrass and ginger tea, herbal, and I refrigerated it so it's nice and cool. It's the spot. So good. I'm gonna save the rest for dinner. I'm pretty full right now. I'm gonna eat this later on. You see, I didn't even touch the vegetable because I really didn't even need that. This is all I needed with rice. But I wanted to feel semi-healthy, you know? So if you're gonna make this and you're gonna serve it for dinner, for a dinner party, if you wanted to make all the prep ahead of time, yeah, you can make the sauce, reduce it halfway, have it sitting off the stove, off the heat on the side. Fry all that seitan with the cornstarch. Have it off to the side. So when you need to put it together, you can just start heating the sauce and you throw the seitan. You keep it on a tray like I do, with a rack. So all you have to do is just stick this into the oven. If you have a convection oven, that's even better. It will heat it up and make the seitan crispy again. Well, crispier. It's probably crispy, but you don't want to serve just tepid food, right? You want to serve hot food. So warm it up, and by the time it warms up, your sauce is going to be thick. So you're going to throw it into the sauce, just toss it. So if it starts getting too thick, you have to start all over again. As long as it's not burnt, you can add a little water to it if it's too thick to thin it out a little. And then add the chicken at the right consistency. Oh, I hope you enjoyed the video. So look for both of these videos, the chili garlic chicken and the orange chicken. So easy, right? With the teriyaki sauce, just a few more ingredients in each and you have totally different dishes. That's enough talking. Please like the video, share it with all your friends, subscribe if you haven't. Again, the more people like the video, the YouTube algorithm, that's how it works. It shows to more people. So make sure you press the like button. Even if you thought, this guy's a clown, just press the like. It's free, okay? It's free for you. And it gives me an incentive to keep making videos. So again, thank you for watching.